Typhoon Leon has now made landfall and begun wreaking havoc in Taiwan. They say it is the strongest storm to hit the island in 3 decades. Here in the Philippines, our affected kababayans in Northern Luzon are struggling to return to their livelihoods. And the provincial government of Batanes has had to ask the national government for help in relief operations. Brian Basa has the report.
Howling winds woke up residents in Sabtang, Batanes as early as 6 in the morning. In Basco, incessant rains inundated villages. Despite the rough weather, authorities continued to work away and clear roads of mud and rock brought about by landslides. They also forced residents along the coastlines and landslide-prone areas to evacuate. Meanwhile, more than 100 tourists are still stranded in Batanes. It might take until the weekend before they could fly out because of the damage sustained by Basco and Itbayat airports.
Once na humina ito, lalabas na po kami para tingnan namin extent ng damage.
Governor Marilu Cayco guarantees Ivatans will have enough food supply, but communication lines are still choppy. No word either on when power will be restored. That's why they've asked for help from Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro.
So, ang hiling ko lang naman is kahit na 2 o 3 biyahe lang ng 130 para lang magdala ng family food pack para sa bawat pamilya po.
Meanwhile, in Apari, Cagayan, strong waves destroyed this cottage, carrying out to sea. In Baggao town, raging flood waters swept rows of corn plants away. Farmers tried to save them, but their efforts were in vain as flood waters drowned the entire plantation. In Barangay Kasambalangan, Santa Ana town, 20-year-old fisherman Alexis looks on in vain. The storm has rendered him unable to fish for 1 week. But earlier today, the sun peeked out briefly, so Alexis decided to sail, even if the waves were still roaring.
Kaya ito lang nagkakita namin. Kapag wala ng laot, wala nang makain.
Turns out, fishing is the primary livelihood in Kasambalangan, and so all barangay officials could do was to caution fishermen like Alexis to not stray too far from the beach.
Iyon ang importante sa kanila na kailangan din sila kumita para sa pamilya nila. Okay. Pero ang ikaliligtas nila, yun din ang number 1.
Signal number 2 is still up in the town of Itbayat in Batanes, while other towns in the province are still under signal number 1, as well as over the northern portions of Cagayan and Ilocos Norte. At 5 in the afternoon, the eye of Typhoon Leon, international name Kong-Rey, made landfall over southeastern Taiwan, the strongest storm to lash the island in 30 years. High winds and floods battered its eastern and northern areas, toppling trees and damaging houses. The Taiwanese capital Taipei is mostly shut down, with classes and work suspended and hundreds of flights cancelled. After crossing the Taiwan landmass, Typhoon Leon is forecast to turn northeastward over Taiwan Strait towards the East China Sea and finally exit the Philippine area of responsibility by tomorrow, All Saints' Day. For News 5, I'm Brian Basa, and we are One News.